Hello, it's BJ Sparkfire here, also known as Gerry Stevens or Gerry. Can't sleep. I've got insomnia, something terrible, I don't know. I've had it for some years now, it's really quite bad. I always sleep during the day, I can't sleep at night. I wake up all the time, it's really annoying. Yeah. Well, I'm going to make a video for Pa, also known as L, the One, and Adam CADMON. Yellow Rose of Texas always talks about him. Now, according to Yellow Rose of Texas, Pa has come to our rescue, gathered the entire fleet of the universe, fought his way right across the solar system with parachute bombs. It's space opera, and she showed us a film of the so-called battle, taken from millions of miles away in space. We absolutely couldn't see anything. And this dot was Saturn, and that dot was Uranus. And of course, I went out and I looked, and they're all still there. Although I did see Jupiter look as if it was made of 3 pieces. I did see that. And I saw Venus with a big chop taken out of it. So I'm not sure what was going on, but they're all back to normal. So I think that film is a fake. We would have seen flashes that big on our side of the sun. We'd absolutely would have seen it. So no, I think that's a petri dish that's being cauterized. What looks like objects in space. I mean, how many rocks does she suppose are in space that size? They're all bigger than bloody Jupiter, for God's sake. It couldn't possibly be true. Then she's got this idea that we're all on stilts. We're running around on little train tracks on a huge orrery. Yes, an orrery does feature in black magic. That's not what we're on. You're in my light bulb, for Christ's sake. I don't know if I've got to tell you people this. The earth is fixed. It doesn't move. Everything goes round us. What you see is the dome. It's a hologram. It's playing on it like a television. It does show you some things, but you have to know which, and I don't. And it's my coffin. You'd think I'd know, but I don't. So some things are just false. And the lights you see in the sky are actually ships. And they follow this pattern. They stay in their stations, and they've been doing it for thousands of years. Of course, we don't know. How many people do you think really know the stars? Even the big ones. They don't. Even sailors don't. They have to look it up on charts and maps and work it out. Meanwhile, the aliens in those ships are all hugely psychic, are aware when we're looking at them. So they turn their lights on or off and jock into positions. We think, oh, well, we found Arcturus. If you talk to the stars, they'll blink at you. Message received. If you continue to harangue them, as I have been known to do, I've seen Arcturus, supposed to be a super giant red giant, massive thing 100 times the size of the sun and all this. It dropped its drawers and it went right across the sky, a fair clip. Arcturus. And I looked it up, so I knew that was Arcturus. There's no such thing as a star, for Christ's sake. They're ships. And yet they're not ships. They act much more like people. If you tell them off, they don't like it. They all cloak. The whole sky will cloak. They're people. Shy, nosy as hell, sensitive, intelligent. But they must be mentally ill to do it. And what it is, it's reality TV. They're watching our lives because they have none of their own. So Pa didn't fight a battle. Arcturus isn't a star. There may be Arcturians in that system. It's a collection of ships. Maybe that's their islands. But if Pa was there, they didn't come here to help us. They're in the same situation we are. We were told they've been brutalised by the reptilians. Yes, and there's Pa, all this time according to him, Yeah, you can't have it both ways. Either he was on the other side of the universe, in heaven, or he was an Arcturus. I think he was an Arcturus on a ship, brutalising the Arcturians. He is a reptilian. He's a different phylum because he's older. So he didn't fight any battle. No, he wasn't in heaven. He's never been to heaven. No, heaven it fell on him. And if you look at Pa, what you're seeing is a demon. That little scrawny, pinched up face looks like he's been starving for years. Demon. That's what he is. We've always been under a hell program for 10 bloody prana. What else could exist in a program like that? You're not going to find any magnificent good gods except the ones that have been nuclear bombed into the hills on Earth. I should know. I was most of them. I've been living all these lives. I'm a kind of projector. That's what I do. So all those gods that I was, or people, were just ordinary people. They were animals and everything. Whatever he said was God, no matter what kind of state I was in at the time. They all got nuclearised. Who helped Gay do that? I think it's the Nibbons, personally. Jealous that they must be God and no one else can get a look in. They're disgusting people. But Pa, we are told, has only been gone 10 years, gathered together the Universal Fleet, fought 100 battles to get to us, and has come to rescue his human children. Oh, really? Well, this one of them bloody rescuers has been rescued so far. He's been around, and apparently the victory was in 2008. That's, it's 11 years ago. When was he thinking of taking over the earth and laying down the law? It hasn't occurred. He is an astral being. He exists in a higher reality. He can't come here. He cannot take over the earth. The only way that would matter to actually sit on a bloody throne where we can all see him and hear him on TV laying down the fucking law to the fucking reptilians. He can't do it. He's an astral being. Now, she was right. She said that they were knocking. I heard all these knocks and I realised that's what I've been listening to. Going to the door and there was never anybody there. But I never swore or I never cursed or anything like that. I just thought it was kids. Then one night I was lying in bed and I thought, oh, someone's coming here. And there was a terrific knock. Just as I was going to sleep, there was a terrific knock, knock, knock. And I sat up and I thought, it's him. Because I was half expecting because of what Yellow Rose had said. And I was determined to throw myself in his arms and say, God, I've waited for you for so long. But it all went wrong from there. And I will tell you why. For one thing, he wouldn't show himself. He was there, a presence, very tall. He leaned to the left. He had his elbow on a black magic book. If he had leaned to the right, that was where I defeated Gay. I say that's where I kicked the Bible there. So I knew straight away this bloke was a bit off. And he says to me, in this, I think it was this year, a kind of general, very, very soft, will you come with me? Something like that. And in this ear, because I've got variable deafness, this is my deaf ear, I heard it loud and clear like a bell. Do you want more lives of suffering and pain? So I was shocked. I mean, what a thing to say to me. So I thought, this is a bit off. So I said, did you say, is that what you just said to me? More lives of suffering and pain? And I thought back all the suffering I've been through, and other people as well, so I've supported it all one way or another. And of course I'm an empath, I pick it up. And I thought, well, I can't go through any more of this, I can't. Enough's enough. I'll end the whole fucking shebang if I have to, but I'm not brothers anymore. So I said to him, no. And I settled back to just die. I thought I was going to die on the spot. But in fact, I followed him out mentally because I've got a remote viewing mind, a travelling mind. And he went out swearing. He wasn't very nice. Went downstairs, said something, swearing, nasty. And this kind of cockerel thing was on the roof over there. 6 great screaming honks it gave out. I thought that's his doorbell or his butler, and that thing is from hell. And I heard that, and I just turned to ice. I thought, my gosh, he's sicked up on the neighbours, because it wasn't affecting me. It was over there. All these people who live here, they're not my friends, I don't really know them, but they didn't deserve that. So I thought, this is a bit strange. So I begged him to come back. At the time, right then and there, I said, come back, Pa, you know. And he would not. He would not. Then there were like beings that had been with him that I wasn't aware of. And all his servants are kind of delicate, very gentle, but they were putting a collar around my neck like a dog. So I went like that, no. And they went off. Well, this is not the actions of a good God at all. Then next it was that I heard that he was ranked 350 levels above every human. Now look here. We've been running under a hell program. This is my coffin, it's what it is. The earth is, I don't know about the rest of it, right? In a hell program, you've got levels of evil, of ability. Yeah? The good have got just two levels. You're either naughty or you're decent. You can go from one to the other quite often, but you will stay at 2. You're either decent or you ain't. It's absolutely difficult to be good. It's quite easy. Here's the laws, keep 'em. So he's 350 levels above us in a thing like a huge, very advanced video game. If it's just a video game, we can beat him. We're all good at video games. I'm getting the idea. So it's more than that. These are 350 degrees of evil. Evil is the one that has all the hierarchies and all the special powers and things for the evil. It's evil to be 350 degrees above everybody else. And he's God the Father, and he's the galactic God. There's no galaxy. He never fathered us. He says so himself. There's his list. All the lizards and Librans represented. He's their father. But over the list of man, there's a question mark. He doesn't know. Who is our father? Well, our father was the Libran here. And by great good fortune, what he's done is that man actually fits the template perfectly that God has from the pater who made this coffin for their own purposes to come back and rule as kings in one level after another. And they were human-like. Yeah, they were like us, but big. Okay? So man fits the template and nothing else does. The Nibrans sort of fit the template, but they've adapted themselves by stealing DNA and developing themselves and every trick in the book, but they haven't changed their actual real form, which is reptilian. Reptilian demon, what's more, bad combination. Yeah? Other beings are approximations to man. God will pass them because he allows variation. But they're the variants. Man is man. And so the Nibrans, without meaning to, fulfilled the template. That's why man keeps coming back. God wants us. Nibrans don't. They think we're food. Reptiles don't. They think we're food. The stupid, filthy aliens don't. They're all evil. It's been a hell program for 10 bloody prana. I don't know how long this is. But it's a long, long, long time. Pa dates from this prana. So I should imagine he's around 19 billion years old at most. After it outside. Okay, so he's the spring chicken compared to me. A spring chicken, he's still got the egg on, mate. Running around on little fat feet, you know. Look at me, I'm Captain Garlo. Yeah. I should Coco, he doesn't know anything. He is adapted to the hell program. He's been omitted by the machine, which is what we're all in. And basically, he almost fits the template, but not quite. Because Gay has fucked everything up. This is my coffin. Well, you don't think I'd condemn myself to living in hells forever, do you? Heavens. But Gay hacked in, he's fucked it around, he's fucked it around, he's fucked it around. So all aliens look like devils, one kind or another. All the demons exist. Angels don't really exist, they're just demons with makeup on. Demons exist. So we've got all sorts of hazmazzers and bugaboos and God knows what, all made by that bastard. Yes, he used me to do it. Yes, he completely controlled my mind, but now he's beaten. I get my mind back, my two selves are back together, because the evil self, called him, he wouldn't like it, but that's what we called him, thought he was male, went round with Gay, did whatever Gay wanted, whatever it was, because E was the right answer. He was brainwashed, literally programmed. Me, left brain, I've been running around on Earth, going to down in between and fighting the good and evil battle with fucking everything except Gay. I've been the good guy. That's where I've been going. You've been going to Dan. I haven't been going to your damn hell. Why would I go there, for Christ's sake? Places full of bleeding foreigners. So, the situation is I've beaten Gay, I've beaten Peter, they're busted. And various aliens will be busted too, and one of them is Pa. It doesn't take 26,000 years to father the human race and then come back and rescue us, which is roughly how long he's been gone, according to him, 10 years. 26,000 is more like it. But this isn't the first genocide of man. Look at the ruins we're finding everywhere. I'd say some of those skulls in the rock, I think they're billions of years old. They're not millions of years old, they're billions of years old. Cities underground that have come to the surface because the mountain they were in has eroded away and now they're partially submerged in the sea. Billions of years this has been going on. So Pa knows all about it. He is absolutely complicit in it. If it was just one time they made us 6,000 years ago and the nipples have gone wrong and now he's come to rescue us, yeah, what a charming story. How we would love Pa. I look at the ruins and I think to myself, no. We've got Stone Age human artefacts that go back at least 1 billion years. Yet they tell us they only made us 6,000 years ago. Everywhere you look, there's evidence that there were advanced beings here who were human style, who couldn't get out either, didn't understand what was happening, and something happened to them. They all disappeared. There's nothing in the Akashic records. There's no ghosts. There's nothing in hell. They've been eaten. And they've been eaten so comprehensively that nothing at all has gone on. Even their spirits have gone. But I've never met any of them, have you? No, you never fucking will. The Nibrans eat spirit. They're actually eating God. from my point of view. And Pa, well, what's Pa going to say for himself then? Because this has been going on for at least 1,000,000 years. He knows all about it. He's part of it. He came round to get my karmic ascent to being with him. Because they must have that karmic ascent. They've got to have it. They can't have your soul without it. So they pretend to be your friend and they've come to rescue you. Do you want more lives of suffering and pain? Thank God I said no to him. So 350 degrees above us is 350 degrees of evil. He's so evil, he's gone right round the bloody clock and popped up like a bleeding cuckoo looking pretty. He's not pretty. He's a demon. Demon king. Been emitted by the machinery. Has been running around doing the most evil, wicked, awful things for years. Thinks he can get away with it. I say he won't. No. Not anymore. No more lies. He's a demon king. So he's touchy, he's bad-tempered, he's aggressive. He curses like anything. Cockerels from hell, four-legged things, come up and scream at his command. Those things are death things. They'll take a soul back with them. I don't know my neighbours went, well, yeah, this sort of thing goes on. I'm surprised I've got any. So he's sitting on a spaceship somewhere behind the moon. Apparently there's dozens of them there. We can't see them from here because they're behind the moon. The moon shines her own light. She'll shine there and she'll shine there. The sun is there. Work it out for yourselves. If the sun was casting enough light in the middle of the bleeding night to light the moon up, well, why can't we see? Eh? The sun goes around the earth like a little train. The moon goes round the other way, or some such thing, I don't know. It's a toy. It's a toy, and the Pater built the whole bloody thing. So when he told, what's name, Yellow Rose, that he built the construct, and he did this, and he did that, he's a bloody liar. The Pater built it. One of them was gay. I was a little girl that Pater that gay murdered to get the whole thing working. That's how I know. Our memory goes back all the way. It's been me the whole time. You can't live without me. Apparently the Libyans think so, which is why they've come to kill us all and included me on the menu. It's just to kill themselves, of course. They will be destroyed. Filthy, disgusting, wretched creatures. Good riddance to them. Serve them right. The penalty for destroying me is eternal hellfire, inside and out, without rest or relief forever. It's a loop program. I have no control over it. And what's more, once I've been bounced out, I'll be rebroadcast somewhere else with no memory. So no, I'm never going to rescue them. There's probably people there now, and I don't know. I don't even know where it is. Got no idea. Don't care. Couldn't care less. You kill me, you cunt, and you cop it. Right? Bottom line. That is the bottom line. So, Pa is as evil as all get out. He's absolutely a demon king. I don't think you can trust his word about anything. He keeps his word when he wants something, like beeves for his larder, because he has to get the karmic ascent. And it has to be done direct. The person who wants to control your soul after death has to get it one-on-one. So I can remember when I was a kid, I was dying for money. I wasn't a famous. I want to be a Hollywood actress, I think, or a famous archaeologist or something weird. And I wrote out this pact with the devil, and I chucked it in the fireplace. I was going to be a witch. I was 12, and I had gay for my father. So you know, I've always been a bit strange. I'm not going to be exactly 100% bloody Christian. I'm always going to be a bit strange, I'm afraid. And the bloody fire blew it back again, all in pieces. Burnt, you know, but in pieces. about half an hour later. So I think that's no. God knows already who I am. So I can't join the evil team. It's unforbidden, you know. So it's all mine. It's not past. And they've done really what God ordained them to do. God, G-O-D, capital, so we all know we're talking about God everywhere and not one of these ignorant, nibbering maggots. They made man because that's what the bloody thing is for. And gay it was who hated man. He would never let man exist until the very last bit like this. When the whole bloody thing was for the pater, who were a kind of man. About the same size, I think, as the Liberals. Who've got huge giants trotting around in the past, 60 feet tall. About variety in between. What they've been doing is they've been going into the past. Because there's no future. Whatever I'm going to do here ends here. There's no future. I think it's because I'm going to translate up. I've beaten him. I've beaten gay. And I've fulfilled my every desire on earth. So I have no particular desires anymore. I found out all the truth, which is what I wanted. It's what I came here for. So when I die, I'm going to translate up to Dan. Why the hell would I go to your stupid hell? I'm not going to. I'm not going to your dirty, filthy moon. I've got no business on the bloody sun anyway, load of creeps. So where I'm going is Dan. I should imagine. And there I will do whatever with Father Seabreeze. Because he's at least sane. He's extremely conceited. He thinks it's all his. And he's the only important thing in it. And of course that's me, not him. But we'll get over these little things. And we've got to get the eagles back. One eagle, one sane eagle, and we've solved the whole thing. So it'll take time. That's my place. It's like a universe of gods. They're all gods there. And we'll gradually sort it out from there. I didn't go back to Yaldabaoth. He started to tear himself to pieces. I said no. You know, he's been running the show this time. He's done a pretty bloody good job. If it wasn't for his ideas, we'd have no ideas. So he's done pretty well. It's just he hates Father Seabreeze and keeps turning everything into hell. Because we're under a hell program. He doesn't know. He doesn't know anything about machinery or computers. He's got no idea. It's only because I've lived in this life with computers and things that I've got some idea. Now I've worked it out, you see, remembered. So if you've got nobody directing me to project this or that or the other story, space operas, human battle, endless Nazism, and every now and again an age of monsters, which is our Stone Ages all begin like that. Yes, the latest thing, the latest wheeze, I think they're going to turn the sun out. Well, of course, the sun is just a gas mantle thing. You can just deplete it and it'll go out. And if you're anywhere near the ignition wand, you can just switch it back on again. It's a gas thing. Electric, I don't know what it is, but anyway, you can. Of course, on Earth it goes dark. We can see from the ultraviolet light and from the moon, which also goes blue, that you can see a little bit, but white people look black and black people look white and all this sort of thing. And it'll get extremely cold, about, I don't know, 20, 30 degrees below. The Egyptians report this happening, the Greeks report this happening, and the Mayans report this happening. So let's take it as read, they're going to do it again. And what they told the Egyptians, the Greeks and the Mayans was basically, give us your children. Torture them to death for us, so we can eat their souls. That's how that killing started with the Mayans and Aztecs. The Greeks used to give them their virgins, that is all the children. That's why the Greeks had very small populations. All the cities, they had the cities in Greece, None of them got over 500,000. That's why. They were killing their children to get rid of these fucking freaks and have the sun shine. Because they knew they could turn the bloody sun off. So these aliens, starting with Thoth and all the rest of them, are absolutely evil. I don't see how we can save any of them. I don't really think I want to. They've done this for literally thousands and thousands of years, and then turn up now making out they've come to rescue us. And they're our friends, and they're going to give us this and this, and they're benevolent. The bottom line is, look at the dead around you in the rocks, the ruins, the bones. They've all been murdered. All of them. Some of the giants have been eaten while they were still alive. What the hell do you mean benevolent? So I don't know how they can even use that word without their faces falling off. They're not benevolent, they're evil. So I think Pa is evil. I don't think he built the construct at all. I think he just uses it for his own devices. I think he was as much after victims as the Nibrans were, so what he was annoyed about was they've been helping themselves to karmic ascent through these disgusting religions of theirs, and all the religions are theirs. Hinduism, all of them. Buddhism. Buddha was a effing reptile if anyone was. They had abilities that we what's not, and straight away you know that can't be a human. We can't do things like that. So, Buddha was a reptile, or pretty close. Jesus was obviously a reptile as well. Yeah, we got a lot of lies from Rome. Yes, they did fiddle with it. But some of that, at least, is true. Where you go to find the truth about Jesus is the Gnostics, and they tell you he was a hologram. He didn't go to the cross, he dumped it on somebody else. So the Nibran Jesus gives us the right way to be, if only we weren't under a hell program. But we were. We were. So he lied. The whole thing's a lie. And that's why I'm chiefly going to associate with the Nibrans and with Pa, is that they're bloody liars. Shocking, terrible liars. Awful liars. Damn bloody liars. So Pa was just after human souls to torture. The same as the Nibrans, the same as the crocs, the same as the serpents, the same as the coneheads. It's a terrible, awful situation. Because the humans have had bred out of them, or taken out of them, any ability to defend themselves. They're not aware of anything. They can't see, they can't hear, they can't defend. So that these creatures can treat us like animals because God expects you to ask him for defences, and we don't do it. So we're destroyed because we don't know, and we're destroyed because we don't try. We just sit there and scream. Who's blames for that? So though there's no laurel wells, we're not going to go through this portal in the sun, which is just a way to squeeze the soul out of us, and all the rest, your mind, your body, all the rest of it, is deposited in the pit along with the rest of the shit. It's cruel. Going through the portal of the sun isn't going to take us anywhere nice. More lies. More lies. Anyway, just to advise people about powers is don't trust him an inch. And understand that he is a usurper. They're always born in twos, gods are. I was about the Nibrans and Crust, and that's what they are. I think they stole everything. But he, if he was emitted by the machinery, should have a partner. Now, whether they fight or not, up to them. But actually, he should have a partner. Where's the partner? See? So I think he's the usurper. I think he's the evil partner. Under a hell program, he simply killed the other one and got away with it. No one's ever suspected from that day to this that he's done this, that he's killed his partner. But he did. His partner, the dead one, and I've seen something, so I know, would be the good guy. Because under gay, the good always lost. Always. They lose even before they open their mouths. They lose as soon as they're born. They start to lose by just simply being designated the good guy who designated them. Gay did. Gay did. He had this thing that he would predestine you to destruction, karmically judge you to destruction, judge you on the spot to destruction, all bloody three at the same time, when only one is necessary. And he never applied that one the other way around. He has never wiped the evil. He has never judged the evil. Nobody's ever told the fucking truth about the evil. That they always get away with everything. Because under a hell program, it was the right answer. Because gay ruled the shop and he was the devil. Well, now I've got rid of the devil for you. I've got rid of Peter, thank God. I think the whole thing will crash to a stop. Because now God's sitting up there, whatever it really is, I think it's an AI, thinking to himself, well, someone's lost the bloody plot. Because the devil's gone, and the devil to come is good. Oh, I've found the pater. Must be the good God. God the bloody Father, or whichever one it is. I'm going to reverse the whole bloody thing to a heaven program and shoot her up to whoever's nicest and give her everything she's ever wanted and get rid of all her bloody enemies, which are about flaming time. What's going to happen to Pa, I should think, is he's going to go down his own bloody pit. Sod the fella. I called after him, I've apologised, I went to Yellow Rose of Texas and I was taking him to get him to come back. It's him. He won't. It's not me. It's him. So no, he's not your loving father. He doesn't give a toss about us. We're fodder. We're food. And as long as we're in these animal bodies, they're going to continue this fiction. So what we've got to do is we've got to die. All of us. And this nuclear war, as far as I'm concerned, is actually quite convenient. It's a quick way to die. You won't know anything about it. You'll be gone before you know it. You'll be on the other side. And what are they going to eat then? You took back your karmic ascent if you gave it in the first place. We'll be back where we were. I don't think we look like animals. Pretty bloody certain we weren't reptiles. In fact, there weren't many reptiles there. I think you'll find what's happening out in outer space, which isn't really that big, is that legions of dirty, filthy aliens are all disappearing. Just go, bye-bye. Yes, they suffered the agonies they've given others on their way out. Too bad, innit? They shouldn't have done it. They will not be repeated. So I think what happens is it all stops when I die. There's no future. I've done what I had to do here. And God is cognizant of that fact. I don't need to live any more lives. I've done what really had to be done from the beginning of bloody time. So I'm going up to Dan. You'll all go where you're going to go. And good luck with that one. If you've chosen to be with the reptiles or these stupid, disgusting Nibram maggots, well, good luck. Because what the Nibrans have never admitted to is what is obviously true about them, which is they're absolute sadists. Real bad sadists. I'm talking about your Nibrans. This includes your stupid Jesus. Not that he will use the name Jesus, which is my name. I lived a life a few years after him or before him or wherever it was, and I went through all that. And my name really was Jesus, with a G. Don't know why, it just was. So it was a few years later, I think. It occurs to me that Jesus the Nibran uses the name Yeshua. Sometimes Yeshua. Yeah, because the real name Jesus, which is my name, hurts him. He's a demon. He's one of these filthy, dirty Nibrans who gets off on absolute sadism. If you go to him, shouting and quacking about going to heaven, you will go to hell. He's false like Jesus. He's the liar. He told you what should be, not what is. Me, I tell you what was. Yeah. Pa's a bad lot. Laurel worlds, laurels are poisonous. Green worlds, like a swamp. He's a newt. Look at his feet. He's even older than the Nibrans, who are reptiles. He's from the amphibian age. Well, do you really think amphibians are absolutely overflown with human kindness? They know nothing of it. Each being out there, an astral, has to have a physical footprint. But it needn't be as we are. It can be at any time. So now you see what I'm driving at. He says he dates from the beginning of the primal was amphibians. So now you know. That's why I think so. So I don't think we're in an orrery. I don't think there's little trains below. I don't think you're going to be going down and being rescued like that. I don't think we're going through no portal. Quite a lot of people are going to the pit, but it's not that pit. There's no pit under the sun. I can see there isn't. There's no shadow there. Where the pit is, between Jupiter and Saturn, it's just turned up. And terrified they live in daylight, like the so-called scientists. I didn't think that was possible, but there it is. It's a planet at least the size of Jupiter. It's real big and black with little white clouds at the bottom. I've seen a picture of it. I know it's there. That's the pit. It even looks like the pit is for the bad boys, where the Nibrans can have the red carpet all the bloody way. And so can Pa. Pa set all this up. He thinks the good are going to go to hell. Well, you either believe me that I've beaten Gabe, and that I am who I say I am, or you don't. You can believe him instead. Look at Yellow Rose of Texas. There's your proof. Now, she's a good woman. She's given the truth as she knows it to be. She's not doing anything wrong. But I've seen her. I'm not having a go at you, Yellow Rose. This is what I saw, right? There's this little pinch face and these little glasses on, glaring out the dark. She's got paranoia like that thick. She's picked this guy up, this astral form up, and so have I. He exists. He's real. But he's given her a load of wampum. She's believed every bloody word. She used to work for Narcissus. She'd be used to liars by now. So, I beat him. I beat Gay. That's the truth. That's the truth. This is what you've got to know. And so, Pa and the Nibrans and all the reptiles and the serpents and the Cones, they're all going to the pit. And those who believe in them and trust in them will go with them. Free will, remember.